Trading can be very isolating, but a good network around you can be hugely beneficial, helping you improve more, improve faster, and see things you otherwise wouldn't see. That is why you're watching this video right now, right? You want to improve more, faster, see or learn things that you wouldn't otherwise see? Hi, I'm Merritt Black, Head of Futures for SMB Capital, a proprietary trading desk based out of New York. Let's set you up with a full trading network, a full cast, and let's see how it'll help your trading big time. Most retail traders' network is incomplete and, as we mentioned, isolating. We can do better. Here's a graphic showing you with your full trading network around you. Above you, a coach or a mentor. Beside you, your peers. Below you, a student or mentee that you're helping out. Let's explore the benefits of each of these. So we'll start with the mentor. I think having a mentor in terms of the benefits is pretty obvious. The biggest thing that it's going to do overall is shorten your learning curve, help you avoid pitfalls that you otherwise would have spent 3 months going down and having to learn the hard way, right? Shorten your learning curve. That's the biggest benefit, I think, of mentoring. Somebody who's been there before, someone who can start you out and show you actual methodologies with edge rather than you floundering around trying to figure out how to make RSI profitable, right? Mentors can also provide you with critical feedback. Here's what I saw that you did. Here's why that was wrong. Here's something you did. Here's why that was great. That feedback is really critical, especially from someone who knows. We offer mentoring at SMB Futures for sure. You have to be a student. You have to go through our foundation program and build up all the basics and learn the methodology or the frameworks that we teach around how we see markets and how we go about approaching them. And then from there, you're welcome to develop into your own trader and you're welcome to be a part of the mentoring that we offer. So beyond mentoring, who else can we surround ourselves with? Peers. Peers can be hugely beneficial. These are traders that are around your level of development, give or take. And here's what's really important about that too. They share some commonalities with you. The thing that makes our community so awesome is the fact that they do share commonalities around, we've been through the Futures Foundation program. We use various tools and ways of seeing markets and frameworks, and we all understand a belief system and trader psychology that we're working towards and working on. And that puts us in a group together. We have that common ground where we can then be better peers for each other. The problem, and I'm sure you've run into this before, someone on Twitter, another person in a kind of a random free-for-all, maybe chat room or whatnot, you don't have any commonalities. Maybe you don't trade the same time frames. Maybe, one person is using Elliott wave and another person is using fib retracements and you're trying to trade price action. Somebody's a swing trader and you're a scalper. There are some things you can learn from other people who are doing things totally different than you. And I think that can be important. I think that's more important in the later stages once you've got your feet under you and your own foundation. But being in a place where there is that commonality rather than just a kind of a free-for-all environment makes the peers better. And what can the peers do? What can you all do for each other? Accountability is huge, right? Hey, we're learning this methodology. We're trying to be able to apply it in real time. We're working on our psychology. We're doing these things. And we're doing this in a shared space where we speak the same language. We can communicate effectively and efficiently with each other because of the shared ground. It's very important, and the learning and development that'll take place in that type of an environment is far superior to that random kind of anything goes, whatever someone else is doing environment. Sharing with your peers is huge. Here's my preparation for the day. Here's what I see are the key levels. Here's the references they're based off of. By the way, we all use the same references because we're within this same general box, right, of methodology and whatnot as this student group. Here is my end of day review. Here's what I saw. Here's what I did, the trades that I took. Here's what I'm taking away from things that I did well, things that I did poorly. And you share that with someone else, and someone else is doing that, and you can read theirs. Think of the learning that goes on between those two people just from reading each other's reviews, for example. The sharing is huge. And from there, I think people might form and do form more personal relationships, if you will, where there can be better accountability and somebody knows what you're working on and it means something to you that they know what you're working on and they're going to look at you at the end of the day and you're going to have to report to them essentially. You can get those things with mentors, but you can get them for free with peers. And finally, with peers, sharing problems and successes, I think, as two different categories are very important. But again, it falls along the lines of sharing with your peers. Here is a problem I'm having. Hey, you know what? That was a problem that so-and-so had, or that was a problem that I had. Let's talk about it, or let's troubleshoot it together. Let's figure it out. If we need to, let's go ask Merit or the mentor, whoever that might be, and figure it out. Here's some success that I'm seeing, right? We have people in our room right now who are using order flow, the tools that I teach and the general framework of using them, but then they're adding their own twist and unique ways that they're specifically scalping around order flow and whatnot. And they're sharing that with the rest of the group, and other people are interested in learning and exploring and expanding on what they're doing as well. It's a beautiful thing. And finally, below us, a mentee, a student, someone that we take under our wing. This is often overlooked. I think most people, even traders that I've seen in our community who've been around for a year, 2 years, they have substantial experience, and not just like a year or two of, having a Robinhood account and, buying some random stocks or whatever you see a headline for. I'm talking about somebody who's been dedicated to the craft, a student who's been through our training programs, and they're really working hard and doing all the right things. That person, they may not see the success yet that they want. They may have their own demons they're battling and trying to figure out, and that's fine. We all have those things. But that person is definitely ready to complete their network and have a mentee under them. This is the most overlooked thing in the full type of trader network that we're talking about here. It's an amazing thing. What's the best way to learn in general? Teaching, right? So even if you fail at being the very best mentor that you could possibly be, I guess we all do, but if you really try to teach someone, let's say, here's my methodology, here's what I do, and they start kind of poking holes, well, what do you do in this situation or that situation? Or what about this reference you mentioned earlier? How are you using that in this situation? What if they do blow some holes in your trading plan? Isn't that going to be tremendously valuable for you? Absolutely. You're going to then be made aware of things that you weren't aware of before, the holes that are in your trading plan, and you're going to be able to go fix them. That is hugely beneficial. And it's also going to help you when you're teaching well and you are able to answer the questions and you are able to share the right things in the right way. What's that going to do for you? It's just going to reinstill those things. It's getting reps for you. It's making you think about your processes, the things that you do, the way that you approach things, and then objectively communicate to others. And that is going to just reaffirm and reinstill all the things that you're putting together so nicely. It's going to be very helpful for you. A mentor above, peers to your sides, and a student below you is the trifecta of your trading network. But Merritt, I'm at home. I'm all alone. I had someone on Twitter today ask me about that. What can they do? They're not in a physical trading desk. Use technology. Use technology. It's 2020. It's amazing what we can do these days. Web conferencing, screen shares in real time, screen grabs with static images, real-time chat, real-time audio calls that you can get on and share what's going on. All kinds of technology you can use. No matter where you are in the world, no matter how isolated you may be physically, as long as you've got that good internet connection, you're tapped in and you can develop this network that I'm talking about. So you can build this network with us, SMB Futures. Go to smbfutures.com and start taking a look at our Futures Foundation program. That's really where you want to begin. Become a student, become aligned with those commonalities and frameworks and the way that we view things. That's going to get you access to a private student-only community, and that's where you want to be. Private community with those peers, with the commonality, with the methodology with Edge, and then build that network there. Opens up for mentoring. You build experience, opens up for you coaching others, and you're completing that network, and you're in a really good place.